Coming here to Colombia, the first thing I latched onto is what I knew, the military. And I mean, if you look at Colombia's campus, it's a very neoclassical structure. You know, it's man-made. I remember looking at the brochures of Colombia over in Afghanistan, and you know, thinking it was a long shot. Here, I just have to look at it as just another step in life. And right now, the military, unfortunately, is the defining experience I have. It wouldn't have been as easy if I didn't have the veterans here. You're never going to be friends with anyone better than being in a firefight with them.
Hey!
There's a couple of firefights that I remember, being in poppy fields, being in a ditch, chest deep in water, and taking fire and having a helicopter shot down and defending that helicopter for hours, and we were surrounded. That was the biggest experience. It's kind of the one that, you know, instantly I think about all the time. All my studies have been restructured. If you look at it, the history in which I'm studying, you know, the Soviet-Afghan War, or the languages I'm studying, which is Persian, they all relate to my experience right there.
Okay.
این کشور میدونین مدال مال کیه؟
I'm absolutely lucky to be here, hands down. And I feel bad sometimes I'm here while everyone else is still over there. And I'm here, you know, worrying about term papers. I'm here worrying about quizzes, you know, to make sure my grammar is correct. I kind of also want to put my best foot forward. I feel like I'm representing everyone overseas as well. Probably the time I think about it the most is when I'm in the subway. It's pretty much because I'm by myself. I'm usually sitting shoulder to shoulder with people, and you sit along the subway lengthwise, and it's exactly how you do it when you're sitting in a MH or CH-47 helicopter. And you're always shoulder to shoulder with somebody. And sometimes I just kind of close my eyes, and kind of the rumbling of the subway reminds me of the rotary of the chopper. And sometimes you kind of get that rush, that tense up when you walk outside of a subway, because, you know, now instead of a rocky Afghan, you know, field, now it's the subway station. I think that's the first thing you could describe. It's just the big wellness of sadness that, and I think that's what, you know, a lot of people talk about post-traumatic stress disorder, and there's a lot of different interpretations of it, and there's a lot of different ways to express it. It's not just you have it or you don't. It's almost an entire continuum. And for me, when I get brought back into it, and it only happens when I'm by myself, you know, you feel something welling up inside of you, and it just comes out and barely reaches the surface. And then at that time, the door's open, and it's time for you to walk out. It's not just studying something because I like to study. It's studying it because I have to. I have to study about this. I have to learn about this region, because if I don't feel like I'm doing anything meaningful or purposeful with my life.